When we think about growing older, it's easy to imagine life slowing down, becoming more painful, or feeling like a series of responsibilities that never end. But here's the truth. Getting older doesn't have to feel that way. In fact, this stage of life can be one of the most peaceful, joyful, and freeing chapters if we approach it with a bit of wisdom. You see, happiness in our later years isn't just about what we do. A big part of it is about what we stop doing. It's about giving ourselves permission to let go, to stop chasing things that no longer matter, to release the pressure we've been carrying for too long, and just breathe. Many older adults carry burdens that aren't even theirs to hold anymore. They keep giving their time, their energy, their care to situations or people that don't give much back. But imagine how freeing it would feel to stop overworking yourself for people who don't notice, or to stop worrying about living up to expectations that don't even belong to you anymore. That's where this idea comes in. Sometimes being lazy isn't a flaw. It's actually a form of self-respect. Think about how much time we spend in life stressing over things that don't bring peace. In our younger years, we push hard, trying to be perfect, to please everyone, to always stay on top of things. But as we age, something shifts. Our time becomes more precious. Our energy becomes more limited. And our peace, that becomes gold. So when you choose to be a little lazier in some areas of life, what you're really doing is protecting your peace. You're choosing rest over unnecessary worry. You're choosing simplicity over stress. Imagine waking up without that heavy list of things you must do. Instead, you give yourself permission to focus on what feels right, what fills you up, not what drains you. That's the kind of life worth living. A lot of older folks don't realize how some of their daily habits quietly drain their spirit. They try to keep everyone happy. They micromanage things. They hold on to routines and expectations that made sense years ago. But now they're just exhausting. What if you gave yourself permission to do less? What if you let yourself be a little lazy about the things that don't truly matter anymore? Because here's the secret. Growing older isn't about staying busy all the time. It's about being wise enough to know what deserves your energy and what doesn't. When you let go, even just a little, you make room for things that actually feed your heart. You make space for rest, laughter, warm conversations, and quiet joy. So if you're ready to feel a little lighter and more at peace, stick with me. What you're about to hear might just surprise you. It might even set you free. But before we dive into that, if you're enjoying this kind of topic and you'd like more helpful tips to make your days easier and happier, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon so you never miss a new video. Your support really helps me keep sharing messages that matter. Now let's keep going, because the next idea might be the one that changes everything. The first thing to get a little lazy about, trying to please everyone all the time. So many of us carry this habit from our younger years. We try to keep the peace, keep people happy, make sure no one's upset. We worry about our family's expectations, our friends' opinions, even the judgment of people we barely know. And slowly, without noticing, that habit weighs us down. But here's the truth. When you're older, your heart deserves calm, not constant pressure. You've earned peace. You don't have to stretch yourself thin trying to meet everyone's needs anymore. Imagine waking up and the first thought in your mind isn't, will they be happy with me? But instead, what will make me feel calm today? Doesn't that sound better? When you stop trying to please everyone, something amazing happens. You get time back. You get space back. You say yes to what you want and no to what you don't. You realize you can't control what people think, no matter how much effort you pour into it. And you know what? That's okay. Let people talk. Let them have their opinions. You don't need everyone's approval to feel at peace. As we get older, our circle naturally gets smaller. And that's not a loss. It's a blessing. You don't need a crowd around you to feel worthy. A few people who truly care, and peace in your own heart. That's more than enough. Being lazy about pleasing everyone doesn't mean you stop being kind. It just means you stop running yourself ragged, trying to earn love that should have been freely given in the first place. You stop overthinking every word. You stop doing endless favors for people who don't even say thank you. And instead, you keep your energy for those who matter, your grandchildren, your close friends, the people who light up when they see you. Some people feel guilty for saying no. But here's what I want you to remember. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you wise. It means you know your limits. It means you know your worth. And if someone gets upset that you're not bending over backward for them anymore, that's on them. They'll survive. You've spent decades giving, supporting, serving. Now it's your turn to rest, to enjoy, and to live gently. So starting today, give yourself permission to be a little lazy in this one area. Stop chasing approval. Stop people-pleasing. Focus on the few who really matter, and on the things that bring you real joy. Your heart will feel lighter. Your days will feel calmer. And your life, it will feel more yours than it has in a very long time. The second thing you might want to be a little lazy about is keeping everything perfectly clean and organized all the time. A lot of older adults feel the need to keep their homes spotless, like they're still living on someone else's schedule. Every dish must be washed right away. Every cushion needs to be straight. Every surface has to sparkle. But here's the thing. At this stage in life, you're not trying to impress anyone. You're trying to live with peace. And constantly pushing yourself to maintain a picture-perfect home can quietly steal the peace you've earned. Of course, a clean and safe space is important. But perfection? That's something you can start letting go of. Take a moment and ask yourself, does it really matter if there's a little dust on the table? If the dishes sit in the sink for a while? Will the world fall apart if the bed isn't made exactly right today? Probably not. What does matter is that you feel safe, comfortable, and calm in your own space. Being lazy about cleaning doesn't mean letting your home fall into chaos. It simply means doing enough, doing what feels manageable, doing what makes your space feel cozy, not what turns it into a full-time job. Your energy, now more than ever, is gold. You shouldn't have to spend it scrubbing floors or chasing crumbs. Save that energy for things that bring you real joy, like enjoying a favorite book, sitting quietly with a cup of tea, or watching the birds outside your window. So often, elders feel guilty when they slow down with housework. But ask yourself, who are you doing all this for? For guests who might not even notice the difference? For an idea you grew up with that said a clean home means a good person? Your family or real friends, they're not coming over to inspect your floors. They're coming over to see you. And they'd much rather find you well-rested and smiling than tired from hours of cleaning. Rest is not laziness. Rest is love. When you leave a few tasks for later, you're not being careless. You're being kind to your body and your mind. So from now on, be a little gentle with yourself. Be a little lazy about keeping everything perfect. Do what needs to be done, but let go of the extra stress. A lived-in home is a loved-in home. It doesn't need to be a showroom. Let your home reflect peace, not pressure. You'll feel lighter, and you'll have more room in your day for the things that truly matter. Now let's talk about the third thing to become a little lazy about. Worrying too much about what other people think of you. This one? It's a quiet thief of happiness. Many older adults still catch themselves wondering, what will people say if I do this? Or will they think less of me if I don't go? It's a habit that starts young and often sticks around longer than it should. But here's a truth you can hold on to. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Everyone's busy with their own lives, their own problems, their own thoughts. They may notice something for a moment, but you're the one who carries the worry long after they've moved on. Imagine how light your heart would feel if you stopped caring so much about others' opinions. Want to wear that comfortable old shirt? Wear it. Want to sit on your porch and just watch the sky? Do it. Want to skip an invitation because your body says, rest today? Listen to that. You're not here to meet other people's expectations anymore. You've lived a full life. You've earned the right to be exactly who you are. Sometimes the pressure comes from family or neighbors. Those little comments that make you second-guess yourself. But let them say what they want. Their opinions don't define your value. You are not here to perform. You're here to live. Being lazy about others' opinions is not about being rude or ignoring people. It's about finally listening to yourself. It's about asking, what do I want? What feels right for me today? And then trusting that voice inside you more than the noise outside. And here's something beautiful. People who truly love you, they're not watching your every move. They're not judging your choices. They care about your smile, your peace, your presence. Not your outfit, not your calendar, not your perfectly made plans. Your peace is priceless. Don't give it away for the sake of someone else's opinion. Life is too short to be shaped by the fear of what someone might say. So when those thoughts creep in, let them go. You have better things to do than worry about people who probably aren't even paying that much attention. If you're finding these thoughts helpful, if they're opening your eyes or making you feel just a little more free, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. It's the best way to stay connected and get more tips like these. Your support means the world to me and keeps this message going. Now let's move into the next part, because the piece continues. The fourth thing to be a little lazy about? Constantly trying to prove yourself right. Let's be honest. How many times have you found yourself in a conversation where someone says something that just isn't true, and you feel that strong urge to correct them, to explain, to prove you're right? It's a habit that comes from years of experience and knowledge. You know things. You've seen things. But here's the thing. Just because you're right doesn't mean you have to fight to show it. Arguing, explaining, defending. It all takes energy. And most of the time, it doesn't change anyone's mind. It just creates tension. And at this point in life, peace is far more valuable than being right. Picture this. You're sitting with family and someone says something that rubs you the wrong way. Years ago, you might have jumped in with facts, opinions, proof. But now, you can just smile, take a deep breath, and let pass. You don't need to win. You don't need to be understood by everyone. You already know your truth, and that's enough. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It just means you choose your battles. If something small won't matter a week from now, let it go. If someone's arguing just to be loud, you don't have to respond. That's their energy to carry, not yours. When you stop trying to prove yourself, you'll find something else shows up instead. Peace, freedom, room to enjoy your day without the heaviness of conflict. Use that space to enjoy the quiet. Share a story with someone who listens. Laugh at something silly. Sit in the sun and feel content. These moments matter more than any argument you'll ever win. So from today forward, be a little lazy about proving your point. Choose calm over conflict. Let others believe what they want. You already know who you are. So from today forward, be a little lazy about proving your point. Choose calm over conflict. Let others believe what they want. You already know who you are. Your happiness is far too important to waste on unnecessary battles. Let peace lead the way, and your days will feel lighter, warmer, and so much more joyful. The fifth thing you can become a little lazy about is taking on every responsibility all by yourself. So many elders have spent their entire lives carrying everyone else, raising families, keeping homes running, solving problems, supporting loved ones. It becomes second nature to always be the one who holds everything together. But now, you don't have to keep carrying it all. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. It's okay to step back. It's okay to rest. And it's more than okay to ask for help. Just think about how many years you've already poured your energy into caring for others. You've shown up again and again. You've done the hard work, often without thanks. And those years of responsibility built something beautiful. But now, you've reached a time in life where your body and heart need space to breathe. You no longer have to fix everything. Let someone else take the lead sometimes. Let someone else cook the meal, run the errands, or fix the leak. You've earned the right to sit down and simply enjoy your life. And no, asking for help doesn't make you a burden. It makes you human. It gives the people who love you a chance to give back. Your children, your neighbors, your friends, when they help you, they feel close to you. They feel useful. And more than that, you're teaching them that accepting help is strength, not weakness. You're showing them that it's okay to rest, to let go, and to be loved without having to earn it through endless effort. Life won't fall apart if you take a break. You don't need to be in charge of every detail. The truth is, things have a way of working out even when we don't micromanage them. The world keeps spinning, the dishes eventually get done, and your family keeps moving forward. Even if you take an afternoon off to do nothing but sip tea and watch the clouds drift by. So from this day on, allow yourself to be a little lazy when it comes to responsibility. Share the weight. Trust others. Say no when you're tired. Let go when you've done enough. Life is not a test of how much you can carry. It's a gift meant to be lived. And when you stop trying to do it all, you make space for joy to come in. Use that space to talk with an old friend, to take a walk without a destination, to pick up a hobby you forgot you loved. You deserve that lightness. You deserve to enjoy your days without always being the one in charge. You're being wise. You're being kind to yourself. And that's the greatest gift you can give in your later years. Every time you let go of unnecessary stress, every time you choose rest over rushing, you're giving yourself another chance to feel alive. You're giving yourself the space to just be, without fixing, proving, or pleasing. You've done enough. You are enough. And you deserve days that feel calm, loving, and full of light. If these words touched your heart, and if they helped you see things a little differently, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell, so you won't miss more gentle, helpful tips like these. Your support really means the world to me. It helps keep this message going and growing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope the days ahead bring you peace, comfort, and a little bit of that healthy, well-deserved laziness. You've earned it. Ask ChatGPT.